guys, it has been a minute, more like a week and a half, but I am back with another video. This week's video is a story time, and this is when I quit my job I had from January to August. So I hope you enjoy this. I am currently unemployed but looking, and I am in the area where Hurricane Harvey hit, but like we're fine, we're okay. Things are just now reopening and things to that extent. So we didn't get it so bad, like we got it bad, but like not nearly as bad as like Beaumont and Dickinson and things. So we're fine. And so this is the story of why I quit my last job. So I quit my last job because about April of, so I've been working there a couple months, about like April, I want to say March or April, new ownership came in, and so it was a complete mess. They turned our lives upside down, and we were like, this is not how we do things. And it's not like they had like a meeting with us and was like, we're the new owners and that sort of thing. They just kind of came in and told us what to do. We were like, wait, what? This is not how we did things. And because of that, a lot of the people that were there before me left. They were like, not doing this. And so I stayed because we got shorthanded. And then they brought in this new manager, and we'll call him Martin. So Martin, he is 29, and I didn't know this until I left. So he's 29, and he is in a relationship, and but he had a thing for me, and I didn't know this at first. I thought that was just his personality, because I just met him when he came in and stuff, and then I quickly picked up on the fact after my mom pointed it out to me, like, Tori, he likes you, and I was like, no, I think he's that way with everybody. And I kept an eye out, and I was like, wait, he's not like that with this employee like he is with me. No, he likes me. He liked me, and I was not having it. But I didn't want to be rude about it, like, so, but then he started buying me food, and not like actual food, like a meal. He had these pistachios one day, and I was like, oh, my dad loves those. So he went next door and got me some, and I left them there. I didn't really say anything about it. I was like, no, I'm just gonna leave these here. And then when I came back, like throughout the days and stuff, I told a coworker of mine, I was like, hey, Martin likes me, it's weird, he bought me pistachios last week. And she was like, that's why those are there. And so yeah, he bought me the pistachios, and then a few months later, we weren't having a conversation, we were working, but then he had gone next door and bought these like red covered peanut deals or whatever, and he was like, look what I bought for you. And I was like, no, I don't want those. And like I saw the packaging, and I assumed they were like spicy hot, and I was like, I don't like spicy things, like I don't like hot things. And he was like, no, they're not like spicy or anything like that, like they're sweet. And my supervisor was there when this time, like this second time around, he was there watching it. I'm like, no, I don't want them. And he's like, just try one. The supervisor thought it was funny. The supervisor didn't see anything wrong. And so I was like, okay, like I thought I'd try one, get it over with, leave me alone. So I tried one. I was like, nope, these are yours, I don't want them, whatever. They weren't that bad, but like I don't like peanuts. So I set them on his phone with his stuff to be like, hey, these are yours, they're not mine. And then throughout the shift, he kept putting them on my phone and with my stuff, and we kept playing that game, like, no, these are yours, no, these are yours. And so finally, I had served this customer, they'd left, so it was just us two in the store, because our supervisor had left at this point, and I was like, okay, look, I don't like you flirting with me, I don't like you buying me things, like, you don't buy from me anymore. And, you know, like, it's weird, I don't like it. And then that's when he was like, oh, I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. And that's something that managers do. They act like they're kidding so you won't call out sexual harassment on them. So he was like, no, I'm just kidding. And then after I rejected him is when he got nasty. Like, he got, like, not like touchy nasty, but like rude nasty. And I was so mad because after that, after I rejected him, he started treating me like dirt. Like, he would have me do 10 things at once, and while the other coworker that would be there did nothing, and I'd have to do all the stuff myself, and he would just be talking to me rudely, and just everything. It was just so, I put up with that for a good like 1 or 2 months. And so the day I quit, he was doing that again. He was making me do 10 things at once, and this other coworker, you know, wasn't doing anything. And then this other coworker who was leaving, but it was raining that day, so she was waiting for the rain to let up. She saw all of this happening. She was off the clock, and I went to the back because he had told me to do something in the back, and I was just so done. I was frustrated, and I texted her back there, and I was like, if I quit right now, will you give me a ride home? And she was like, absolutely. And I was like, okay, let me make sure it's okay with my mom. So I texted my mom, and I was like, I'm about to mad cry. I'm done. I'm so done here. And that's my garage. Excuse it. And my mom's like, okay, don't quit yet. Just have, we'll call her Addie. She'd like, have Addie bring you home. And I was like, okay. So I told Martin, was like, hey, my mom needs me home. And he's like, okay. So I left and got into Addie's car and just started mad crying. And Addie had never seen me cry. So she was like, you know you can't be crying because then your mom's gonna go up to the store and like yell at everybody. And I was like, I know, I'm so frustrated. And she was like, I know, I saw the whole thing. And I was like, and like, I don't live that far from where I used to work. And we pulled up into my driveway, and I'm like, will you come in there with me? Like, in case I get like incoherent because I'm so angrily crying. And she's like, oh yeah, I want to see your mom's reaction anyway. So I told my mom what happened, and she was like, okay, look, you work 3 hours tomorrow. Like, if you still want to quit after then, you can, or like whatever. And she's like, or if you don't even need to work those 3 hours to know you're gonna quit tomorrow, there's no point. And I was like, okay, I know for a fact I'm gonna quit if I go to work tomorrow. And so I quit, and like I said in the beginning, I'm still looking for a job. I had an interview, they turned me down, but you know, and once all this hurricane stuff like vanishes, kind of, like once everything's cleaned up and functioning like normally again, then I will go to another daycare and apply, and hopefully I get a job. There was some like other added pressures that caused me to quit too. It wasn't all just solely him, but it was 95% him. So if you want me to tell any like crazy work stories, let me know in the comments. Let me know what kind of videos you want me to film. You want me to film more covers, story times, challenges, tags, whatever you want me to do. Let me know down there below. Also, don't forget to subscribe because I try to post videos as frequently as possible, but like while I am unemployed, I do have to do stuff around the house, and then I get tired, and I have 3 siblings, so life gets hectic. It's never a dull moment here. And so I will post when I can. Make sure you leave me requests for videos. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye! Who remembers this?